Dear students, in this video, I would like to show you how to use the calculator for calculating mean and standard deviation of a probability distribution. So let's look at the table. We have a frequency and relative frequency distributions of the number of vehicles owned by families. We also know that relative frequency is the same as probability of each event. The relative frequency is calculated by dividing the frequency by the total number, in this case 2000, of people asked. So how to calculate the mean and the standard deviation for this probability distribution? First, how do you know that it's a probability distribution? The sum of all probabilities is equal to 1. The two characteristics of a probability distribution are that each probability must be between 0 and 1. There is no probability less than 0 and greater than 1. And when you add all probabilities for all possible outcomes, the sum is equal to 1. Now, using the information from the table, we need to find the mean and the standard deviation of the probability distribution. What we're gonna do first is to check how we're doing it with Excel files. X and P of X are the ones that are given in our question. To calculate mean using the formula, it was the sum of the products of X times P of X. So when you multiply X times P of X and you record it in the third column, when you add them up, this is your mean or your expected value of the probability distribution. For the standard deviation, we're using the formula square root of the sum of the products of X squared times P of X minus mu to the second. So let's see how can we get 2.26 and 0.873 using a calculator. We're going to go to the calculator. We're going to start, edit. Now we're going to enter the numbers from 0 to 4 in the first column, and we're going to enter the probabilities or relative frequencies for each outcome in the second column. Once you have the numbers entered, you go back to Stat, Calc. So we're going to stay with one variable, statistics, the first option. Now, list L1, these are the options that we have for the outcomes. Now you can see that this time the frequency list is not empty. Usually when we calculate the mean, the standard deviation, and the mode of a set of data or set of scores, we do not put anything in the frequency list. This time, because we have probabilities in L2, we need to call L2. If you don't have it, you go to second list, and from there you're gonna select number 2, which means that in L2 you have the probabilities or relative frequencies for each outcome. Now we're gonna calculate. And here we go. You can see that our mean is 2.26, the same thing we got using the Excel option. And there is no SX because we're talking about a population. And sigma X is 0.873. So in this case, we got the same numbers as here. Mean 2.26 and standard deviation of 0.873. I hope this video was helpful. and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.